And now, from Austin, Texas, the live music capital of the world, it's the Bling Johnson Show. Tonight's guest is baseball legend Pete Rose and musical guest Clay Walker. The house band is Lucas Cook and the Collection. Security provided by Bubba Incorporated. And now, from Houston Oaks Country Club, a man whose motorcycle gets more attention from hot chicks than he ever will, Bling Johnson!
And welcome to the season finale of Season 3 of the Bling Johnson Show. We're really glad to have all of you watching. And we're at probably the prettiest venue that we've ever been at. And we have a very special guest today, Miss Torie Halbert. How are you?
I'm great. How are you today?
I'm doing wonderful. And I'm sure that people are wondering why you're my co-host. You're kind of a big deal. She's been on HGTV. Tell us about what you did there. That was pretty cool.
I was on Design Star on Season 4, and I made it to the Final 4. And from there, I became the design expert on Great Day Houston and lots of other things from that. So, yeah.
So you're probably wondering, why are we at a country club? We're at the Houston Oaks Country Club, obviously in Houston, Texas, and we're here for a very special event. Since I've been doing this show, probably one of the coolest things that's ever happened to me is a few weeks ago, Clay Walker's office out of Nashville called me, and they asked me if I would come and host the event, which is for Clay Walker's charity, Band Against MS. As many of you know, Clay Walker was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis years ago when his career first started. He's been on medication and been able to manage that, and what a great day out here.
It's fantastic, and what a great day, and reason to come out here and raise money for that wonderful charity. We've got the Buck Yeager Band, we've got Clay Walker, and Dunville, so it's a great day out here altogether.
I wanted to bring on the guy that really made a lot of this possible. Scott, come on. So how you doing, Scott?
Good, how about you?
I'm doing great. I wanted to bring you on because I think a lot of people see this season, and we've had some big guests on. We've had ZZ Top, Bret Michaels, Jax from Sons of Anarchy, now Clay Walker, and now Scott. But Scott, a lot of those big acts have happened because I've had people that really support what we're trying to do by highlighting the music scene in Texas, and people like you that believe in what we're doing, that have contacts, and you are the reason that Clay Walker's office heard about us, and I just wanted to say thank you.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Tell us a little bit about what you do. You're in Wildfire Entertainment, and you do a lot of charity work, which is why I wanted to have you on. Tell us briefly about that.
Well, in a nutshell, originally I started with Hands Across Texas back in 2011 for all the wildfire victims. We wanted to get back and help, and then it kind of spun off to another division with the entertainment side with the bands, and Wildfire Entertainment came about, so here we are today.
Well, hey, thanks for helping and for bringing us out here for this event. This is pretty awesome, and let's go listen to some Clay Walker.
Sounds good.
All right. We are at Exotics Racing right next to the Las Vegas Motor Speedway in Las Vegas, Nevada, and we're here with the manager of this place. How you doing?
Good, I'm good, Bling. How you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm excited to drive. I mean, you guys have Ferraris, Lamborghinis, everything out here. What are we going to be doing today?
We're going to put you in our Ferrari 458 Italia. It's one of our best Ferraris we have. Actually, the best Ferrari we have.
Dude, that's pretty awesome. Now, for those of you who don't know, this is right out by the Las Vegas Motor Speedway, and if you ever come to Vegas, come out here. It's a road course. We're going to show you. I'm going to be driving one of these things, and you're actually going to let me take out. How much does that Ferrari cost?
About $250,000.
So if I wreck it, how does that part work out?
That's not going to work out.
Can I just run? Can I just leave?
You can try.
All right. So we also have my driving instructor for the day. What's your name?
Jimmy Parker. How you doing?
I guess if I'd have read your name tag, I could have remembered that.
Yeah,
right?
no kidding, huh?
So you know how to drive these things?
Yeah, definitely.
So how comfortable do you feel that you're going to be able to put me in one of these and I'm going to be successful?
I feel really comfortable, especially because I got a brake pedal on the right side of the car. So even if you felt like you didn't need the brake, I got.
So you'll be sitting next to me while I'm driving?
For sure.
What if I make you crap your pants? You think I'll do that?
You got to be pretty crazy for that to happen.
Well, I'm looking forward to it. So we're going to go through a little bit of instruction. We're going to mount up the cameras to the car. And I appreciate you guys letting us do this. Be sure to come out here. And after you watch this video, I think you're going to see this is a whole lot of fun. right, so we're getting ready to leave. Manager comes over and says he wants me to crap my pants in the drifting car, so I'm not driving it, I'm gonna ride in it. Is this fun or what?
Oh yeah, C06 Corvette, classic American muscle car. Get you out there, do some drifting today.
Thank you. That's good stuff. We are in Las Vegas with, if you don't know who this guy is, I don't know where you've been your entire life, a baseball legend, Mr. Pete Rose. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for coming in.
Well, we're glad to be here.
Buy anything?
Did I buy anything? I'm here. I want
people come in to buy things. So if you didn't buy anything, get the hell out of here. We don't even want to waste. Don't waste anybody's time.
Well, here's the good news. I'm a big deal in Texas. I came to give you my autograph. Let me just sign this for you right here.
Yeah, but if you're going to get an autograph, that's good, okay? But you got to write it so they can see it, read it.
So you can read it?
People aren't going to buy autographs if they don't know who the hell it is.
I'm getting autograph lessons from Pete Rose. This is awesome. So you actually do this quite a bit. You live here in Las Vegas, right?
Correct. I do this in this store 20 days a month. Last month I did 24. I think this month I'm doing 22 because January, February, March, and April are the busiest months in Las Vegas.
So you can get information. If you'd like to meet Pete Rose and buy something, because if you don't, he'll call you out just like that, go to PeteRose.com. I think you guys put a lot of that information on your website. Is that right?
Absolutely. We get a lot of people from Texas in here, too.
We do know. I've seen you here a few times, and I've seen you with kids. You're really good with kids. You know, kids seem to like to come up to you and talk, and the whole baseball thing. You know, what makes you want to spend so much time with kids? And I know you have done a lot of things over your career with people with disabilities.
I'm experienced, and you can just deliver some of your experiences with the youngsters. And most young kids want to be professional something, whether it's football, basketball, soccer, hockey, whatever they want to be. And you just try to, what I try to do to kids is three things. I tell them to be aggressive, okay? And the next thing I tell them to be more aggressive. And the third thing I tell them, never be satisfied. So what that means for you youngsters out there watching, if you get a B, you want an A. If you get a C, you want a B. If you get 2 hits, you want 3 hits. If you score 10 points, you want 12 points. If you kick 1 goal, you want 2 goals. Don't be satisfied. Keep thriving for the beyond what your expectations are. That's the way to live.
So I remember as a kid, growing up, I played football in high school, and our show covers the music scene and entertainment scene, so I know there's a lot of our friends and people that watch this show that are trying to make something, whether it's not, music or athletics, and the whole not giving up. I mean, I have a tattoo that says never give up. Do you have any tattoos, by the way?
Yeah, I got one.
Is it a lower back tattoo?
It's right over here, Cincinnati Reds running man.
Well, that's a lot cooler than a lower back tattoo. I figured you might have the Chevy logo.
I did that for my reality show. I never had any tattoos for...
You have a reality show?
For 70 years, I didn't have tattoos.
How old are you, really?
71.
Are you really? I had no idea he's not 70. Is he 71? Guy behind the camera shaking.
Hey, listen, if you're going to lie, you're sure in hell not going to add years if you're going to lie.
That's right.
When I lie, I say 55.
That's right. Well, Pete, thanks for the time. Last thing I wanted to ask you is when I did read that book growing up about the whole Charlie Hustle thing, I know you've been asked a million times how the Charlie Hustle name came about, but I think at the end of the day it's because you hustled more than anybody else. And I'm not a name dropper, but I'm going to drop a name right here. I used to work out at a gym that I lived at in Orlando with Tiger Woods a lot, and he'd be there quite a bit. And one of the things I asked him one day was, how are you so different than everybody else that does the same thing that you do? And I want to ask you that same question. You have more hits than anybody else in baseball history. What set you so far apart?
Well, I don't know, because every big league baseball player has hand-eye coordination. You don't make the big leagues of any sport if you don't have hand-eye coordination. And I just think in my case, and Tiger's case too, I outworked everybody. You know, I didn't mind going to the ballpark early and being the last one to leave. You know, too many guys, they get there when they're supposed to get there, and they leave right after the game's over. I mean, I didn't mind putting my time in, and I had to, because when I was growing up, I was always a little guy. I wasn't the best guy on the team, and I always had to do things, I don't want to say to be noticed, but to be noticed. And I ran hard, I slid head first, knocked people over if they're in the way, but I always played within the rules. And I think if you outwork people, I was a grinder. You know what a grinder is? Sure you do. I was a grinder, and no one with equal ability was ever going to beat me, because I would grind them up. So in order to beat me, you had to have a hell of a lot more ability than I did. And there's a lot of guys that did. You know, I played against Aaron and Mays and Musial and Clemente. I played against great players, and for you smartasses, I didn't play against Babe Ruth. So don't.
I wasn't going there.
Yeah, okay. But I wish I had. There's two things about that. If I'd played against Babe Ruth, I'd be dead, because, you know, 2 days ago, Babe Ruth would have been 118.
Is that right?
Yeah. And it would have been fun to play against, because he's the greatest player in the history of baseball, but it wouldn't be fun to play against him, because I'd be dead if I'd played against him.
Well, man, I got to tell you, thank you so much for the time today, and I know that it's been a big thrill. I mean, we've met with some big artists. We've gotten fortunate this year with ZZ Top and some other big names to be on our show. And, you know, for you, I know with everything you've done, being on the Bling Johnson Show has to be a highlight of your life, right?
That's a bling, man. I ain't lying to you. Now, we just have to worry about this guy knows what he's doing here. You don't have the light on.
Hey, the red light's still on. The red light's still going. That's the only one we need right there.
That's the red light district, huh?
That's right. All right, well, we are here in Las Vegas with Pete Rose. Thank you for the time. We're going to head on back to our season finale of the Bling Johnson Show.
Music store here in Las Vegas. I'm at the Art and Music store. There's a couple of them, but we're at the one at Mandalay Place. Get that in there.
So right next to, if you're in the Mandalay Bay or in the Luxor, there's a mall that connects the two, and he's right in the middle of there, right? And yep, and go to PeteRose.com. Schedule's there. Thank you very much for watching.
Blinging out.
Hey, I'm Bling Johnson.
And I'm Pete Rose, and you're watching the Bling Johnson Show.
Oh yeah, take that, all you people who said I'd never get famous. All right, so here we are. We're at the Paris Hotel in Las Vegas. It's a little loud. However, we're going up because the voice of the Bling Johnson Show is getting engaged. Or he's at least going to try to get engaged. All right, so we're heading on up to the top of the Eiffel Tower. Are you ready?
Yes.
Are you excited about this?
Of course.
Hey, do you think that Penny is going to say yes to Chris?
What is that?
The girl's name is Penny, his name's Chris, and he's going to ask her to get married. Do you think she'll say yes?
Well, I think so.
Hey, we wish you the best.
drink is a low-calorie, low-carb, low-sugar, delicious cocktail that I've been making for 30 years. There's nothing conventional or traditional about me, and certainly not my product.
Chevrolet. He's gotta be there by morning or he can't ride the next day. He's thinking about the rodeo, hoping he draws a good bull. He don't have to stop for gas cause his tank's nearly halfway full. He ain't got good manners and he can't keep a girlfriend. Lord knows what he's doing just might kill him. He really don't care, he just knows this is what he loves. His name is Cowboy and rodeo is what he does.
And here we are backstage with the man you all know, Mr. Clay Walker. How you doing, man?
Doing great, brother. Thank you for having me on.
Man, thanks for being here. We really appreciate you letting us come out and MC the event and be a part of this. I mean, one of the best days I've had since I started doing the show is when your office called and said, hey, we've heard about you. We want you to help us. So thanks for that.
Well, you're a big part of this, man. Thank you. This is the first inaugural, and we appreciate it so much.
Well, tell us, what all those watching at home, what is this? This is to benefit MS, but this is the first event that you've done with your organization, Band Against MS. Tell us a little bit about that.
I was diagnosed with MS back in '96, right at the beginning of my career, and you know, I've always wanted to do something locally that benefited MS in a lot of ways. That would be finding a cure, one, and number two, raising awareness about it and what you could do about it. So through events like this is the way that we hope to find the cure.
Well, I'll tell you, it's a great event. The website on your screen, you can go there right now and donate. We encourage you to do that and help this cause. Melissa Medina is a good friend of mine. She has MS. She's met you a few times, and I wanted to give her a shout out as well.
Well, hello, Melissa, and listen, hang in there and stick with it. That's my campaign this year. I'm just telling people that when you find something that works for you, that you can get this stuff, you know, where you can handle it and manage it, then stick with it. I've been relapse-free for 15 years, and that's not braggadocious. It's just saying I finally found something that's been working for me, and I want to make sure that people are encouraged to do the same thing. And hey, there's no place like Texas. You know, we came out here and did this ride. We're expecting maybe 200 riders, and seriously, that was our goal, and we ended up with well over 1,000. So this has been an incredible day of giving from the community and the great thing about it is that money stays right here in Texas and helps fund money for research for MS.
We're all about charities here in Texas. This is a great one. Thanks for being a part of this. One last question I wanted to ask you is, you did the opening song or the national anthem at the Houston Texans game not long ago. That was a pretty big crowd you had there. I know being on the Bling Johnson Show is way better than that.
Hey, man.
But
bling is bling, you know what I'm saying?
You got to have some bling. But what is, all these years on the road, what's one of the craziest things that's ever happened to you on the road?
I mean, there's all kind of things.
I know you're not going to give me the craziest, but one that you can tell everybody.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sitting here trying to think about something that'd be interesting, but I can say that some of the greatest things I've gotten to do,
Yeah.
And one of them was singing at the Houston Texans playoff game. You know, I wrote the theme song for the Houston Texans, so every time they score a touchdown or field goal, they played the song. And I've never heard Reliant Stadium that loud. Obviously, I need to ramp up my game a little.
That's cool. Hey, man, thank you very much. We really appreciate the time, this event. Be sure, we're going to have another one of these next year, right?
You bet, Bling. This success that we've had this year is incredible, and we hope we can follow that up because, obviously, there's a love here for wanting to help, and we see that today. Like, I'm serious. I'm blown away by how many people showed up for the bike ride today. I rode in it, had a great time, and that's the whole thing. If you can have fun and raise money for a charity, then I think that's the winning combination, and we got that with our sponsors, Kroger, Shell Oil, Teva Neuroscience, and golly, I mean, there's a slew of others, but we're just blessed to have that.
We really appreciate you giving us all this love today. It's been great.
Well, Bling, I appreciate you giving Band Against MS, our charity, a chance to be on your show and having me on as well. I'm very pleased. Thank you, brother.
So after this commercial break, we're going to have a live performance from Mr. Clay Walker.
He's lost in the cat.
Nothing tops the actual experience of visiting the Horny Toad Bar and Grill. Visitors come from all over Texas to visit this iconic venue in the quiet Texas town of Cranfills Gap. From the Hamburglar found in the Texas Hurricane to the huge scale from the feed store when you walk in, the decor is a story all its own. With its central location to one of the best burgers in Texas, the Horny Toad is a favorite for bikers and makes a great road trip destination. Awesome food, cold beer, good music, and great times all await at the Horny Toad Bar and Grill.
If you're looking to buy or sell a home, then you need a professional home inspector. Whether you're a realtor or an individual, call ACT Professional Home Inspections and let us take care of all your home inspection needs. Like us on Facebook, visit our website at actproinspect.com or call us at 469-767-4520. Remember, act today for peace of mind tomorrow.
All right! Now that's what we're talking about right there. Hey, welcome to Houston Oaks Country Club. We're glad to have all you guys. This is the moment you've all been waiting for, the big concert. Are you ready for some music? Are you ready? All right, so give it up for the band, everybody. Thanks for coming.
Laughing at all my best friends' jokes, things I loved when I was a kid. I dearly love. And every night I get on my knees, thank the Lord above. Country music fans, that I don't have to think about tomorrow. I don't need anything money can buy. I don't have to beg, steal, borrow. I just want to live until I die. I don't have to beg, steal, borrow. I just want to live until I die. Thank you.
Let's get famous, I wanna be famous. Everybody wanna be famous. Let's get famous, I wanna be famous. Everybody wanna be famous. Let's get famous, I wanna be famous. Everybody wanna be famous. Let's get famous, I wanna be famous. Everybody wanna be famous. Let's get famous, I wanna be a star. I want the big house with the tricked out car.
So, I live in Austin, and we got a TV show up there. Have you ever heard of Bling Johnson before?
Hell no.
Perfect.